In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to review and clean up automations in a Monday.com board. To get started, open the Monday.com board that contains multiple automations. This is the board you want to review and organize. The goal here is to make sure your automations are actually helping your workflow instead of creating confusion, clutter, or actions you no longer need. When too many automations build up over time, it becomes harder to understand what is happening behind the scenes. So, taking a few minutes to clean things up can make a big difference. Once you're inside the board, click on Automations. This will open the area where all board level automations are listed. Here, you'll be able to see what rules are currently active and how they are set up. Take your time in this section because this is where you get a full picture of what the board is doing automatically. Next, review all active automations. Read through each one carefully and look at the trigger and the action. In other words, notice what event starts the automation and what happens afterward. As you review them, think about whether each automation still supports the current process. Some may have been useful when the board was first built, but no longer match the way the team works today. After that, identify awasu. Identify which automations are the most important for the workflow. Focus on the ones that save time, reduce manual work, prevent mistakes, or help move tasks through the process consistently. These are the automations you'll want to preserve and pay the most attention to. If an automation affects deadlines, status changes, assignments, notifications, or handoffs, it may be especially important. If possible, rename automations clearly. Clear names make it much easier to understand what each automation does at a glance, especially if several people use or manage the board. A simple, descriptive label can save time later when you need to troubleshoot or update something. Then, disable or remove unnecessary automations. If you find automations that are outdated, duplicated, rarely used, or no longer relevant, turn them off or delete them based on what makes sense for your setup. This helps reduce noise and lowers the chance of unwanted actions happening in the board. Finally, keep the most important automations easy to find and test them regularly. This is a good habit that helps ensure your workflow stays reliable over time. A quick check now and then can help you catch issues early and keep your board running smoothly. That's how to review and simplify automations in a Monday.com board so your workflow stays clear, efficient, and easier to manage.